Good morning, everybody. It's actually afternoon for us here in Southern Indiana, but good morning to all of you, and hopefully you guys are all staying healthy and warm. We're going to take this opportunity today to go through our warehouse and our showroom that we have here at TDI. So many of you may know us, many of you may not, but hopefully after today you'll understand more of what we're about and the brands that we represent. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have Mike Bartley here, who is the president of the company. He's going to kind of be my Vanna White here and show some items in a little bit more detail. Again, ask away on the questions. I can share emails with you afterwards as well so that you can get all the information that you need. And really, we have a lot of information out there, catalogs, breakdowns of all the displays that you're going to see here. So we have a lot of great material that can give you even a little bit more information. So I'm going to turn my screen around here now, and we're going to start. Here's Mike. Here's my Vanna White. Hi, everybody. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with our Little Pals line and our kids line. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with this. This is a great, I call this the grandma catnip of our line. And this is really a lot of kitted items that you can get. And you can see that everything comes, like here you get a pouch, you get the trowel, you get a fork, and you get a pair of gloves. So it's great. You can walk into a store, you have a quick Easter, Christmas, birthday, any type of gift. So this is what we're working on doing, is getting kids back into gardening. So I think, you know, in my area here, a lot of the grandparents are gardening, my dad especially, and he's doing his best to get the kids back into gardening. So these are retail usually around $15, a lot of these items, $15 to $20. So it's a great gift out there. I've actually just bought a whole case of these things, and when my kids went to a birthday party, this is what I gave for something different. So these items on this display here are some of our best sellers. This item here is the Euro Garden. This is exclusive to TDI as well. And this is it's on a rolling cart, and it has 8 different tools on there. And I kind of promote this for seniors as well. So actually my grandma turned 97 last Wednesday, and she every once in a while go out there and she'll get out and do some gardening, but obviously a big hoe is just too big for her because she's shrunk over the years. And now she can actually use some of these tools. So these are great for kids gardening. This is great. Some of these are great for the sand. So this has been a really, really neat item for us as well. So again, it comes with 80 tools, and you can reorder them a la carte with 10 to a case. This item here is the picnic table / bench. And I don't know, Mike, you think you can you try? We're gonna put them on the spot here. And so very easily, just pull that front part out a little bit. There you go. There you go. So very easily it pulls over into a picnic table. So this has been great. I really encourage you, these come in cases of 3. If you go out and, you know, if one of your customers wants to buy 3 of them, put one, set it up as a picnic table, set one as a bench, and then keep one in a box. And we will also gladly drop ship this for you as well. So if you have a customer, if your customer's customer wants to drop ship something, let us know, and we'll do a drop ship for them, so they don't really have to stock so many of them, but it's good to have them on hand so they can see them.
It's very sturdy.
Very sturdy.
Really good item.
Yeah, it's been a great item for us. Something that garden centers sometimes don't think about. So it's good to kind of open their eyes to a few things like that. Same thing here with the picnic table. With the sandbox. This has a UV protected coated canopy on it, and so it goes down on a crank, and then it keeps the cats out, and it protects it during the weather. So
it's made in Austria.
Yeah, made in Austria. Another great item to have set up and then have some there, and we can also drop ship that item for you. So a nice kids offering that we have, and we've really enjoyed getting into the kids gardening, and it's really grown over the last couple of years. Okay, I'm going to start on this wall here. This is Haxnicks. This is a UK product that is exclusive, to TDI brands. And a lot of this is broken down between patio planters, which you'll see here on this wall, which consists of anything balcony gardening. Balcony gardening not only was hot before the pandemic, but it is super hot now. And everyone is gardening. So 16 million new gardeners came into the world last year during COVID. 80% of those are coming back, and 50% of those 80% are going to garden even more than they ever have. And so we got to be ready for them. So this is all different planters for tomatoes, herbs, vegetables, strawberries. We have this piece here. It is it's a trough type of thing. It has a wicking system in it. So you put your water in here and your nutrients in here, and it wicks up through here. I did this summer, and I had amazing tomatoes and cucumbers and cilantro in my backyard. So some really neat patio gardening items. All of these items come typically with instructions on the inside of the packaging. So when you take it out and you're not really sure how deep you're supposed to plant something or what you're supposed to do, the inside of the packaging will have the instructions on the inside. So here we have gardening solutions, which has also been very, very hot. So everyone that is gardening is very, very protective of what they're planting. And so right now we are seeing an enormous amount of the tunnels being sold. These tunnels here, as you can see across the bottom, we have them in a net, a fleece, a poly, and also a micro mesh. These come in 2 different sizes. These are out there warming the earth for people to start planting. They are going to be protecting what they have, and they can use them now, and then they can also use them in the fall. So this is a reusable item. And so we have the tunnels, we have some fleece jackets that, you know, can go over your smaller plants that you have outside. And then we have something called the fruit tree cover. It's kind of hard to see. It's in the box here, but we have this in small, medium, and large. And we have been sold out of these a couple times this year. So these are nets that you can put over your tree to help from frost or help from birds coming in and taking your fruit off those trees. So that's Haxnicks. A lot of great stuff here. Again, we just don't see enough garden centers carrying the Haxnicks product, and it's just something that they're kind of missing out on. One other thing that I wanted to show you here is a new product, and it's kind of hard to see, but it is a lining. So it is a Vigo root lining. This is air pruning. So as the roots come and hit the outside, the roots die off and create new roots. So this is producing about a 30 to 40% better production of fruit, vegetables, and flowers when you're using this. So this is a great addition. This year we came out with something called the Aqua Store, and Mike's going to put it in here. This is a piece that's very unique to TDI brands. And this is something that basically absorbs water and it releases water to the roots when it's needed. So less watering, and you're not drowning something anymore. You're putting it in there, and the roots are taking the water when it's needed. So this is something that's very unique to TDI brands. And so you can get them in 12, 14, or 16 inches, both pieces.
And
so
this would be a replacement for cocoa liners.
Yeah, and this would be a great replacement for cocoa liners. Okay, so then I'm going to talk about Peacock. And this is another line that TDI's had for, oh my gosh, 20 some plus years. We are celebrating our 25th year this year. And Peacock is your plant supports. And really, we say this is something that grows with your plants. So it may look a little overwhelming, but it's an easy concept. You find the right size stake that you need for your product. You find either a decorative or a regular circle that you can put on here, and really this grows with the product. So as you start and you plant your product, as it gets taller, you move this up with it. It helps with the health of your plant, and it also makes it look a lot nicer. You can kind of put these back to back. You can put another ring on there. There's a lot of great options with this. So as you can see, we have these displays where you can start out with the one with just the stakes in it. And then we have a lot of different options as far as scalloped and half circles. Here's some other of these cradles that have really sold really well for us. I know it's kind of hard to see against the carpet, but these are cradles. You can put them together. You can put them right up against your house. And there's just a lot of different options with them. And they come in just a regular circle and then also a scalloped. So the scalloped is really kind of taken off for something a little bit more decorative. So
and we have a display for scalloped and for the round.
Right. Our owner's wife She has had these for over 20 years, and she says she took some home a couple of months ago, and she said those look the same as the ones that she got from here 20 years ago. So they're very, very, very sturdy.
Also, the stakes all have a ball at the end because these fit in so well with your plants that we don't want your eye to be taken out.
Yep. So that's why the ball is there. So that's a nice safety feature. New to TDI this year, and I know a lot of the NNBA members have purchased our new SK Pottery. This is 100% waterproof indoor ceramic pottery, and we have, as of right now, we have 3 displays to offer. The first one on the left you're going to see is more of what I call a home collection. The center is natural, and the right is more fashion. So these pots are made in Germany. They are made in a facility that produces 130,000 pots per day. There are no holes in these pots because they are decorative.
Indoor.
Okay, so they're decorative indoor pots. It's easy to just drop in. You go and get your pot, and you can drop the plastic piece right into this pot. No need for holes. Some people are struggling a little bit with that, but no need for holes. So it's in your house. You want it to be decorative, and so you don't want to have to put it on a saucer. So a lot of different options. Some of them are printed. We have more for succulents. A lot of different shapes, sizes, textures. We're working on a Christmas design now. So as these start to come out to everybody, hopefully you do well with them. They're a great price point. And we're really, really excited about them. We've just had an enormous following for these already. Here's one of Mike's favorites. It kind of has that sand look to it. So overall, we've been doing really well with these. So here's a little sneak peek. It's not done yet, but I'm working on a Christmas or winter display. So that will be coming soon. So that's something to look forward to. Next section here, I'm going to kind of squeeze through here. We have our composting section. Lots of composting going on this year. And it's kind of taken off over the last couple of years, especially in the Northeast, because they could not put waste in their trash anymore. But really, composting has really, really taken off this year. It seems like sold out of composters numerous times. We've had a couple customers just completely really buy a ton. As you can see, they're big, but most of these break down and they can be drop shipped. So this is in a compact packaging here. So we have anything where you can start in your kitchen with the small one and then take it out to the larger composter in your backyard. This line here is Wagner plant caddies, and these are from Germany. We are exclusive with these in the US as well. We became partners with Wagner about 3.5 years ago. They are best known for their casters. So they started doing furniture casters, and this is my story. I always say that they became so good at furniture casters, they thought, what else can we put these casters on? And so in Europe, they call these plant trolleys, not caddies, but they call them trolleys. And I don't know if many of you are, you're probably used to getting some plant caddies and the wheels fall off. That's not the case with these. This is where their expertise has really helped them. So the one that Mike is holding here, it's a WPC. So it looks like Trek decking. It has a 25-year warranty. Can you flip that over? I think the weight capacity on this thing is 220 pounds.
220 pounds.
Yeah, 220 pounds.
Indoor or outdoor.
Yeah, it could be indoor or outdoor. It's a great product. You can see on this display here, it's all the WPC. So we have it in a taupe, a terracotta, and a gray. It's our biggest and best selling display that we have. So a lot of different options. You can see the ones get larger at the bottom. They have about a 330 pound capacity. And they have just been really, really taken off for us. So
this is a new color this year.
Yeah, this is the new taupe color that we have this year. So some have brakes, some do not. So we have the WPC on this display here. You can see we have a lot of different options. We have something that has like a little bit of a grip on the top of it. We have some that are just metal. We have some that are wood, a little bit more decorative here with the more frame looking like. And then we have bamboo as well. And then we have a couple that are wrought iron. And then we have this one here that's expandable. So you can see how this one leg is out longer than the other. So as you turn this around, you can see that it goes, you can just make it larger. So you just make it however big you need for the pot. So I think it goes up to 15. I think it goes up to 15 inches.
16 and a half inches.
16 and a half inches. So
See,
so that just pulls out and you can make it fit whatever size pot that you need. So that's been a really good seller for us as well. We have in the bottom, you can see the aluminum. And then some of my favorites are these two here. So they're the no-show casters. So when you have it in the house, it's really decorative. And so you don't see the casters on them. So those are some new ones that we added last year. So a lot of different options for these. And then we also have well, it's kind of hard to see it here, but I don't know if you see these stacked up in this cylinder that we have here. And so if maybe you don't have room for the big display, or maybe you have a lot of pots that are outside, we really encourage you to take one of these cylinders, fill it up. We have some great programs. If you fill it up, you can basically get the cylinder for free, but put the caddy by the pot. So for every 10 pots that you sell, you should really be selling at least 2 caddies. And that's kind of what we've seen. That's what they see in Europe. And I think that's going to be growing a lot more as house plants and everyone is gardening. That's going to start to get a better ratio. But you just think, if you're not selling many caddies now, which many people don't, if you have pots and you're selling 10 pots, you should be selling 2 caddies. So this is a great way to get them into the store.
and the biggest problem we see at a lot of garden centers is merchandising. I mean,
Yeah.
I go into a lot of garden centers and you see caddies stacked up on the floor like they are over here.
Yeah.
So we have some really great merchandising displays, 5 or 6 different displays.
Yeah, we have 5 different displays. So a lot of different options depending on what you're looking for. In this section here, we have our fiber clay bird baths, and these have been in our line for almost 10 years, I think. And we've changed a few colors. We've changed the size a little bit. As you can see on the floor, we have one that's pretty short, but we sell a ton of just the tops with this as well. People put them in their landscape and they use them for decoration. As you can see, Mike's picking it up. It is super light. It probably weighs 2 pounds, or right around that, but it looks like clay. And so it's a great looking thing. There he is. He's dropping it on the floor. It doesn't break. So it's a great product to have in your store. And then also for your customers, they can carry it out very easily. And so there's a couple different options here. You can see there's one here on this antique display. So we have it in antique. And then we also added last year, we added a black display, which Mike is getting. You probably don't have to get it off. I can just show him. So here's the black display that we had and added last year. So it's a nice addition to the line that we have. And so these tops, like I said, some people are buying them just plain, and some people are you can buy the display like this, and this gives you 24 different tops and bottoms that you can put together. So there's the base, and then the top just fits right onto the base. So it's a nice piece. We also carry them in a full fiber clay in about 9 different colors. And then, like I said, we have them in the short base as well. So people are crazy about birds, we find, and they're very picky. You know, they don't like their birds to be so high. So we did the shorter one. They like this design here because their talons can fit on here and not fall off. We've made a lot of changes, and we take a lot of suggestions from our bird people to get the right combination, the right colors, the right design. And so this has just been in our line and has really, it just hasn't gone anywhere. It's been a great thing. I will tell you, during the pandemic, I think everyone bought a bird bath, it seems as if. So I know there's more people out there to get some. So it's a good item to have. This wall here, this will wake you up if you're not awake yet out there. This has got some great color. We have our metal watering cans. They're 2.1 gallons for the bigger ones and 1.2 gallons for the smaller ones. These have proven to be a great product for us. And as you can see here, we always had the 2.1, and we had a few requests for the smaller. So we added the smaller this past year. So you can get these in a case of 6 of the same color, or we can do a mixed case for you, 1 of each color. But I definitely recommend getting at least 2 cases, because as soon as you sell one, your rainbow's quite not complete. As you can see, Mike's taking the rose head off of there. These are no leak quality tested rose heads. So this has been, like I said, it's been a great item for us. And then we also have the galvanized, and then we also have the PVC watering cans that are from Germany. So really all the watering cans have been really great sellers again this
these
year.
have been in the line for over 20 years and they continue to be a bestseller.
Yeah. And then we have a line of stainless steel that are our own brand of Tierra Garden. So I think there's 9 different tools there. And we do have a few longer handled tools. As you can see, Mike's going to get that off for you. So it's a nice stainless steel. It has a 5-year warranty on it. So this is not your average, $4 or $5 tool that you're going to find at a Home Depot or anything like that.
And it is stainless.
And it is stainless. There's this Mr. Moneybags has got his wallet hanging off of there. This item here is the kneeling pads. I use it more for a stadium seat personally, but this is great. I've seen a lot of people get a couple of these displays for their stores and they put it in different sections of their stores. So in one section, they're advertising as a kneeling pad. In the other section, they're doing it as a stadium seat. 2 years ago, my daughter was at a black and gold school and my son was at a purple and gold school. So I had a yellow and I had a purple in the back of my car. And if I had 2 games one night, I would just switch my colors out and it was really great. So these have done really well for us. These have a retail price right around $20. So dealer price $9.95, something like that.
These guys retail for 15.
Yeah, those retail for 15. So we also added those 2 years ago. So they're the knee pads. So we got kneelers and knee pads. So a lot of different options with those, and they all color coordinate with the watering cans. So that's kind of a fun item. This wall here is a lot of trays, and we've also been doing a lot of trays. So we got the boot tray. We have the planting trays in a lot of different sizes, a lot of different options. So trays are also have been a big deal. And so we also have another line of stakes. These are a little bit of a lower end type of stake. They are steel and they have a bamboo coating on them. But as you can see, we have a small display of those. And then we also have the tomato cage here, and that's been a hot seller. So I think that retails for like $9. Mike's, I think, looking it up for me right now. Hopefully I'm not too far off. If I am, I'll come back to it. So a lot of different options that we have here. We have some self-watering items. Anything to make gardening easier is kind of what we go for. So we want to have distinctive items. We want to have $9.99. I was close, $9.99. So we have a lot of distinct items, and we want to talk about distinct. DeWit is it. Hopefully a lot of you have heard of the DeWit tool. This is really our flagship line and probably one of our best partners that we have in the industry. And these are made in Holland. They are all a lifetime guarantee. And I'm telling you, these mean a lot to a lot of people. So you can see that they have it. It's kind of hard to see, but they have
on the handle.
Lifetime guarantee on the handle. And we've had some people that a tool's been passed down from their grandma and they've called and it's now broke. Well, to me, it's still a lifetime guarantee. We still honor that lifetime guarantee. And these tools mean something to somebody. They really are an heirloom tool. And you're just not going to find anything better than what you see here. And
the heads are made of forged boron steel. So this is the same steel used in Caterpillar dozer blades.
Yeah.
The handles are certified European ash.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really a green product. You buy one, you don't need another one.
Yeah.
And no questions asked. And I don't know, I'm sure some of you carry DeWit. If someone walks into your store and says, I've had this trowel, I know I didn't buy it from here, but it finally broke. Tell them to get another one, because I know when people hear lifetime guarantee, they're skeptical. No questions. Our warranty on DeWit is so immaterial that it really just doesn't matter. So tell them to go get another one. You don't have it, call us. We'll drop ship it right to your customer.
Yeah. So we're very big backers. Like I said, the great relationship. We have a lot of input on what they add. And so this year we've come out with this black display, a little bit more classy looking than what we had before. The one on the left is our top 20 items. The one in the middle is our 20 through 40. And the one on the right is our 40 through 60 items that we sell. So the biggest sellers that we have out there. Something else that's unique for DeWit is they have some right hand and left hand tools. So I know Mike's a lefty, so he needs a Cape Cod weeder that's left-handed. Not every tool's that way, but the ones that matter, they do have those in right hand and left hand. I kind of like to point out some of the really neat ones. This here is the tulip trowel. So this is great for Mother's Day to have in-house. And then my favorite is the bottle opener trowel. So for Father's Day, if you get thirsty out there while you're gardening, you can open up a beverage of your choice. So just a lot of unique tools that they have. They really have a tool for every gardening.
So that's
project.
got a serrated edge on it. So you're planting and there's a root there. You take care of it. This construction versus the normal forged trowel, you can see the difference in the handle. This is called well done. Okay, this is virtually indestructible. Matter of fact, the factory in the Netherlands, they have a video of one of the DeWit boys has this in a vise and he grabs it, okay, and it's on a forklift and they take him up and he's 220 pounds and it doesn't bend.
Yeah, I visited the factory a couple of years ago and they had a box of different trowels and they said, go out and start digging. And I had 15 trowels probably, and every trowel I stuck into the ground bent. And so it was just very eye-opening to me. It was one of my first, I don't know, year on the job. And it was very interesting to me to understand.
It wasn't their trowel.
No, it wasn't their trowel. It was not their trowel, to understand the importance of having this trowel that is a lifetime.
And as you all know, you really just need 3 tools to garden, right? A trowel to plant, a cultivator to get moisture to the roots, and a weeder to take care of the weeds when they come up. This is my wife's favorite. So it's the 3-tine is more popular, but this is gaining.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah, because it's, I mean, that is a cultivator,
Yep.
the 5-claw.
Yep. So along with that, they have a lot of different handles. So as you can see, you can do a P grip handle here for, so your hands don't slip off. We've got T handle here. We have kids tools as well for DeWit. So there's just a lot of different options when it comes to DeWit.
And the kids,
we don't try to make it overwhelming. That's why we try to do the displays, but
the kids say junior, and we
Yep.
do actually have a display
Yep.
of the kids' products. So if your customer is an avid gardener, they want their children to be avid gardeners.
Yep.
And these are lifetime warranty as well.
Yep. So this has been, like I said, it's been a great product. So a lot of good opportunity with this, and it's good to at least get, if you can sell one trowel to a customer, you don't really have to try to sell them anything else. They're going to get that trowel home. They're going to use it. They're going to love it. And then the rest of it sells all by itself. So we always encourage people, try the starter display with the top 20 on it. And soon you'll be calling us to get the next one. Okay, we're gonna take just a quick detour here. We're gonna go out. Hopefully everybody's still with me. We're getting near the end here. Out here, we have a lot of our raised beds and our greenhouses. So here's our sun bubble. This has been a hot commodity as well. Not always that big with the garden centers. Not really sure why, but this is a sun bubble. This is a greenhouse. It is shaped to be 90 degrees to the sun for optimal growing. Right now, we have a lot of bars and restaurants buying these things for outdoor seating. We can't keep them in stock. They come in, they go right back out the door. And so this has been a great product for us. This is the standard size, and there's also a larger size as well.
From Haxnicks.
Yeah, it's from Haxnicks. It comes down, folds kind of in half, and goes into a carrying case like you would have like a sports bag chair, a little bit bigger, but it actually breaks down just like that. So inside here, we have just a couple things for balcony gardening. So we have just a kind of a cloche type of product. And then we have our root trainers, and root trainers we've been completely sold out of as well. Mike's got one here in his hand. So this kind of shows how this works. So
you plant them up. There's a hole at the bottom, is what Holly said earlier. You know, the tap root gets to that air, dies off, and creates another root. And then when you're ready to plant, you pop it open, and it's reusable.
Yep.
And look how many come in.
10
come
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
And then the top is actually acts as a mini propagator.
Right. Correct. Yep.
The hot product,
Very hot product.
made by Haxnicks.
Inexpensive, but necessary at this point. And then you'll see out here that we have a lot of different raised beds. Some are literally raised off the ground and have a shelf on them. Some are low to the ground. This is probably my favorite. It's just nice and small. It's got 4 different dividers in there. It comes flat packed as well. So this is something else that we can also help drop ship for you if somebody was interested in that. Okay, so the next two items that we're going to talk about are items that are for you and what you can provide for your customers. So we have trunk liners and we have a lot of different options. So we have what you see here. This is our new design this year. So everything you need, we've got you covered. Thank you for shopping local. We have these in stock all the time, ready to ship, ready to go. And so can't start Mother's Day without having enough of these. So this is a great service to your customers. And really, you can get these for around 25, 26 cents a piece with the pre-printed. So we used to say on here, thanks for shopping with us. Now we said, thanks for shopping local, bringing in that piece into the fold. If you want to get them personalized, that thank you for shopping local can come off and we can put your logo in there with your address, with your website, with whatever you want. So that's a good option. Minimum of 6 on those. You can see down here, Pike Nurseries, they have a custom one. So this is a fully custom. And then we also have biodegradable over here as well. Same deal. You can buy them as just a stock item, or we can personalize those as well. And then this year we added paper. So it still has the same design on it. And this is a biodegradable, compostable paper. And we have a paper cutter. You pull off the length that you want and you cut it with the paper cutter. So
And it's a wet strength
yeah,
paper.
wet strength paper. I put this thing through the mill. It still doesn't put a hole in it. It's not craft paper, so it's a wet strength paper. So a great green alternative when you're ready to make that jump. Then we kind of have our entourage of carts here, anywhere from the flat nursery cart. We have our all-terrain cart, our 3-shelf cart, our large frame carts, standard frame. You know, the brake cart up there on the bank there. And then we have our 2-tier cart and wagon. So what's great about our carts is that they're made for you. And you tell us what terrain you have. You tell us what size aisles you have. You tell us what you need. And we'll make these carts to fit your garden center. So as you can see, they nest with the shelves up or down, which is great.
A lot of the competition, you got to put all the shelves up before you can nest.
So we've got nice size seats on there. You know, I also call these the elderly's little walkers as well. So some people just have wagons out there. It's really hard for the elderly people to get out there and do their shopping. So, you know, the bigger the cart, the bigger the better. And what we find, you know, I go to Walmart and my Walmart cart is full. I don't go to my car and drop my stuff off and go back in. I don't pull 2 carts. So the bigger the cart, the better. You're going to get more bang for your buck with these carts. So even if you have, you know, a lot of people are still using Little Red Wagon or some other wagons. And as soon as you move up to this type of cart, you're going to see your checkout numbers increase. We had a customer that did a test for us. And as soon as they moved to the larger cart, their checkout dollar amount increased by 28% per checkout. So really quickly, they sold their carts, or they got their money back for their carts. So
yeah, typically, if you fill up our carts 5 times, 5 or 6 times, you've paid for the investment in additional retail sales. The other thing, all of our carts come with a wheel guide. Okay, and what that does is it keeps the wheels from sticking when they're nested together. Okay.
So a lot of different options. These carts are made to last a very long time. They have they have a zinc coating, and then they have a polyurethane coating on them. So they're built to last. So they're an investment, but they're a great investment, and your customers will very much appreciate it. Okay, so that concludes my TDI tour. I'm going to take just 2 or 3 minutes here. I want to talk about Stone Age. So Stone Age Creation is a company that is under the TDI brands umbrella. And I just have a very small sampling here. Many of you may have seen it. We have a lot of fire pits and benches and lanterns and water features. But these are just some of the cute little guys that we can have here in Jasper. Stone Age is shipped from New London, Ohio. So as you can see here, we've got ducks and herons. We've got sandstone. We've got basalt. We have slate, and we have boulder. And then we also have a really neat sampling of little owls in a couple different sizes in our little wildlife area with our ducks and herons and mallards. And then some of my favorite little guys here are the owls, and this is all onyx. It's all hand polished, hand carved. This is all 100% natural stone. Here's a new guy that we have back here. He's in our dog collection. We're really known for our owls, but we're branching out. So this is just another brand that we have that we're pretty proud of, and it's every piece is unique. So this is something that, you know, if you have more of a little gifty area in your store, this is a great item to add. It's really eye-catching. They're not going to find another one that's like it anywhere. And so this is just something that can kind of set you apart from somebody else in your area when you have these there. So a lot of neat options. And again, this really doesn't do it justice. I'm gonna send Carrie a link to our showroom in New London, and we'll share that with you guys so you can see everything that they have there.
One thing I want to comment on is we were the first ones to bring the boulder owls to the market 17, 18 years ago. And I've got Art Noss, which you guys may know, Art, VP at Mazzarelli. He said, every garden center I go into, I see those doggone owls. And it's like, you know, what about dogs? I mean, people love dogs. So we came out with the dogs this year, and I really think this will become the owl. And then we also have cats. So you can have a collection of dogs on one side and cats on the other, so you can take care of both levels.
Yeah, because I'm a cat lover.
Yeah.
So wish we could show you a little bit more of Stone Age, but like I said, I'll get Carrie a link to our showroom there, and we've got some just amazing basalt fire pits that will just knock your socks off. It's really some one-of-a-kind stuff. So I think that concludes our tour, and hopefully I did okay on time, maybe.